I look over and this fella, he's got his out and he's
That escalated quickly. How hot has it been this week?
Oh my God.
I've annoyed myself, right? Because in every fucking sales call I've made, I've been like, I've survived the heat this week. But honestly, it is very nearly killed me off.
I hope you're staying cool in this weather is what
That's why we've got our hats on today, by the way.
Yeah, well, this is a summer special. Heat wave
Summer
special.
special.
Heat wave special. I was so chuffed we had this in the diary today because I was like, you can wear what you want anyway, can't we? We wear what we want anyway.
You wear shorts and t-shirt anyway. I was like, let's do a beach theme. And I thought you're just going to be wearing the same outfit.
But we've got some beach hats to go
Yeah.
with it.
But yeah, I have struggled. I went out, obviously I had a mad one at the weekend.
Yeah.
I could have done with like good sleep this week. My bedroom in my house has been like what feels like 30. The last night was the first night I could sleep under the covers.
Yeah. It's not the one.
We're not built for it in this country. We haven't got aircon in our house.
Nah, listen, I'm brown and I don't even like it. I can't stand it. Everyone's like, you must love the heat. I don't love the heat. Give me a 21 degree day any day of the week.
Yeah, that's spot on.
Banging. That'll do me. This 30 talk is...
And it was not rave weather last Saturday. Like, even in the queue, I was like, I can't cope with this. Not for 12 hours.
I can't imagine. They must... How much water did you get through? You must have just... I'd be just...
I can't remember, to be honest with you. I kept saying I'm going to stop drinking now, and then the Jaeger shot girl would come round and we'd be like, 2, please. I did drink quite a lot. Yeah, we did drink quite a lot of water. I even went and got food. I had like a thing of chips at one point.
Go on.
Saw only one person claps.
Nice. Good.
Which was unexpected. I thought it was going to be like littered with people dropping to the floor. Yeah. But one woman, I saw it from the moment we arrived at 2:00 when it started till the end of the initial festival before the after party. So we're talking 2 till 11 p.m. She was at the front in the sun.
Oh, how red
she did.
Was she?
Honestly, I didn't see her move.
No. Was she red or was she all right by the end of it? Like burning?
No, she wasn't.
She's fine.
But like wouldn't that kill you off?
Kill me off, man. I can't, honestly, if I'm in direct sunshine for more than like a minute, I'm like, oh, get me out of here.
I walked to the toilet and I was like,
yeah.
Get me back in the shade. So, but we'll be moaning when it rains next week. It has been nice to like get back from work and it's light.
The light evenings have been amazing.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like you've got more time?
I feel like I've got more time. Well, I mean, I like to do a couple of hours anyway after the kids go to bed. So for me, it's just like quite nice sat in the office and it's still a bit light out, get home and then I can take the kids out on their bikes. So yeah. I also love the light mornings because I've been on the road loads last few weeks. I opt for car over trains when the weather gets like that because I'd rather pay the congestion charge and the parking in London and just be in my aircon the whole way. Plus I like waking up early anyway. So hit the road at like 5:30, 6. I've been everywhere. So, bright mornings, bright evenings, aircon in the car. That has been my last few weeks, just on the road.
Yeah. Actually, I've got my story at the end is a train story. I had a bit of an experience on Monday. Public transport in this country can't function when the weather's really bad or really good.
No, just needs 16 degrees. The train service only works at 16 degrees. And even then, there's cancellations. Anyway, we can moan all day about the trains and the weather. But nice to see you.
It's been good. It's been a good month, actually.
Yeah.
But it's weird because we were only here how many weeks ago?
3 or 2 and a bit.
Yeah.
So whereas normally we're at least 4 weeks.
At least 4 weeks, yeah. Oh, but at least we get to spend more time together.
More time together, yeah.
Right.
Let's go.
Should we get stuck in?
Let's go.
Because I think I'm really, really excited for today. Yeah. I texted you last night, didn't I? I was I was doing all my prep, writing up my stories, and I know you're buzzing about yours. You might as well get stuck in and have more time for it. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, why not? LinkedIn posts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, the first...
You're laughing before you
I always do. The first LinkedIn post is from one of 2 of our favourite brothers in recruitment. They're bald.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're on about. Yeah.
The Millers.
Yeah.
Ben Miller.
Right.
This is his post. I just want to add here right now that this was a promoted post. So they put actual real money behind promoting this post to their target audience.
But aren't they marketing experts.
Organic and marketing and content, that's their thing. But anyway, it was promoted, which is what made me smile even more.
Okay.
So they spent hard-earned cash on these posts.
Okay,
so it goes, I've got a confession. I'm 32, bald, look like a bit of a geezer, but I spent 6 hours binge watching Downton Abbey. Yes, that posh drama about aristocrats sipping tea and gossiping about their help. My girlfriend suggested it a month ago. I laughed it off, but there I was, completely hooked, watching Lady Mary navigate yet another romantic disaster. Then my phone buzzes. New call booking. From a post I wrote last week. Before I even speak to this bloke, I know. Engineering and manufacturing recruiter. Billing, blah, 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 blah. So there I am. Cup of English, breakfast in hand, slouched on the sofa like a sloth. When it hits me, this is exactly why I'll never stop banging on about content. While I'm sitting here in my trackies, completely absorbed in a fictional drama from 1912, my content is out there working for me, generating leads, building relationships, making money. All because I decided to stop sounding like every other LinkedIn bore, started writing like an actual human being. Can I show you the picture? And you tell me if you think this guy looks like a geezer.
I
don't think he looks like a geezer.
He doesn't look like a geezer and he's posh. You don't look like a geezer. You posh as fuck, mate.
Just like...
But can I just add, he's saying that he's sitting there making money while he's sitting there from his content. You'd be making a lot more money and a lot more profit if you weren't spending it on sponsoring the ads.
Sponsoring the ads, promoting
and
ads.
If your content was so good, you wouldn't need to sponsor the ads.
Exactly.
Not the ads, you know what I mean?
The promotion of the algorithm. All of it just didn't make sense. So you're talking about like writing authentic content is how you win.
That's not an authentic post. I've seen posts like that all the time. When it hit me. It's probably ChatGPT.
My favourite thing, my favourite thing on the planet about this post though was I saw the promoted post. I saw his name, saw the promoted post, and I was like, and then I read bit of a geezer, and I was like, I don't think you look like a bit of a geezer. And he's done the hard man pose.
Right, you should do a Ross Kemp and Gangs. That's what he's trying to do.
You're the Miller brothers, not the Mitchell brothers. Fucking hell, honestly, I was cracking up at that post. But it's done well as well. Paid, right? Paid promo.
So what are your thoughts on that, by the way? Because I personally would want to know, this is only my personal opinion, that a post has done well organically. Whereas if I paid for it and it had done well, I suppose it's all the return you get from it, isn't it?
The return. Yeah, exactly. If you've paid the money to get extra leads
and it has,
then it's worked. But I find there's a bit of poetic irony or whatever you call it when content folks are talking about being authentic.
And also that they're so good at creating content. Yeah. But if you were that good, my mind is like, well, why are you having to pay?
Yeah.
Especially that post in particular.
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of hypocritical, isn't it?
It really fucking is.
Contradicts the post.
It does, yeah. So anyway, made me laugh. So I just want to say, yes, you are bald. No, you don't look like a geezer.
Nothing wrong with Downton Abbey.
Nothing wrong with Downton Abbey. Nothing wrong with wearing trackies. Find it a bit strange that we're talking about authentic content and reach and so on and so forth when this is a paid and promoted post. And you are the Miller brothers, not
the Mitchell brothers.
The picture is definitely going up as well for Tomo. I need to upload it to the folder before we leave.
Of course you do. Some of us are organised and do everything the day before. Well, I'm glad you found some posts on LinkedIn because I have been scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I never struggle. I come with 2 posts every time that I've seen. They might be funny, controversial, whatever. I have not seen anything. Granted, I've only been looking the last week, but if I would have seen something before, I would have screenshot it. But really looking the last week, I haven't found anything. So luckily, I have a folder of backup posts, the ones I've seen along the way and I just haven't had time to do. And these are both backup posts. I think they're from before Christmas.
Right, okay.
Because when did we film the first? We filmed just in January, didn't we? Episode 1. So I think I was prepping for episode 1 and just never got around to using them all. Because I remember around that time I was seeing a lot of posts. That. So whatever's going on with my algorithm, I don't know. So the first one, so for anyone listening, there is text and there is an image. Obviously, the image is going to come up on the screen if you're watching it. I'll explain. I might have to say what the image is first, actually, so it makes sense. So the image is what looks like a paper box, and on it, it's got written Adam's box of things that never happened. So I'll show you so you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so the post is, if it'll load, it's posted by a guy called Adam Nichols. So it says 2 weeks ago. It wasn't 2 weeks ago. Hi, everyone. My name is Adam, and this is my special box. As you might have guessed, in this box goes all the made-up nonsense that we see on LinkedIn. It hasn't come out in a while, as the bullshit had calmed down a bit, but the lies are back, so I've got it out of the cupboard. The like-hungry, truth-dodging purveyors of unequivocal fabrication. And it's got in speech marks. I hired someone who was 2 hours late for their interview. No, you didn't. I had a new client berate me in saying I can't possibly be the CEO because I'm young and blonde. Bollocks. No, you didn't. One of my clients was so impressed with me, they paid me twice. Nope, that's a porcupine. I came across a pregnant woman at Sainsbury's who couldn't afford her bread, so I bought her a horse. Sorry, just opening the second page. Lol, good one. I was questioned in Starbucks about what I do for a living because I have a nice watch and an expensive bag. Were you balls? No one asked that. I've had over 40 messages asking me to post about my journey, so absolutely no one asked, nor do they care. When I started my business, my family all disowned me and called me crazy. They didn't though. What's worse is the preposterous posts get hundreds of likes from the sort of people who think the world is flat and Stephen Bartlett is some sort of god. Anyone got any others they want to throw in? I forgot to screenshot the comments, but I just loved that.
Oh, that's so good.
I loved it. Well played, good. Adam. But do you know my favourite one was, where is it? Come back to page 1 now. I came across a pregnant woman at Sainsbury's who couldn't afford her bread, so I bought her a house. It's like the HJ post we had last time.
It's exactly like the HJ post, man.
How good is that post?
That is so good. And do you know what? If you ever... I've got an idea for the next episode, which I almost did this episode, but I'm going to do it next episode. But you know, when you find those bullshit posts, if you search with quotation marks the opening lines of those posts and just then select posts in the results, there are thousands of people saying the same exact thing, like copy and paste verbatim. They might change the end call to action, but like, you know, the one about my client was so impressed that they paid me twice. If you search that in LinkedIn with quotation marks, I promise you that will come up with more than one post that's been written like that. It's just people using bullshit hooks and things like that.
Yeah.
It's them content writing, content.
It's either
people.
it's either obviously ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Or do you call it copyright?
Copywriters,
yeah. Copywriters. Yeah. But yeah, you see some of them and you're like, I don't think that happened, mate.
Nah.
I don't think that happened.
Nah, no receipts whatsoever, these people.
We want receipts now, don't we? We want receipts. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, brilliant.
That's so good, man.
So it is an oldie, but it's a goldie.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like we should like get that box made up and have it as a thing in the studio. We should message him.
Drop it in.
We should message him and say, would he mind us copying?
Do you know what? Shall I? And say, look, we saw your post. Can we do an Adam's box?
Yeah.
Not sequence. What's it called?
Segment. Yeah.
Where anything ridiculous, we sort of put it in Adam's box and pay homage to your amazing idea.
Yeah. And we've got budget for a box. Let's do it.
We could put it up there.
100%.
I mean, it just looks like a paper box put together, so I'm sure it's in budget.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was good.
Well done for calling out. And they are so standard. Like, I hired someone who was 2 hours late. Do you know who loves them ones? Do you know who loves them type of posts? My brethren in South Asia. Like, they love it, man.
Really?
They love them posts, man. It's so fucking funny. Like, you get HR and TA people, like, out of Bangladesh and stuff, and they love them stories.
It's the go-to.
It's just the go-to, man. Some AI drivel that, like...
Maybe that stuff just happens more there.
Oh, I don't think so. I've been
there.
Right. Which one did I do first? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. This is a good one. So... this is, for those listening, this is a LinkedIn post. I'll read it out. There's no images, no nothing. And if you're watching,
text only.
It's going to come up. Text only. It's from a manufacturing and supply chain headhunter by the looks of it. Let's talk about LinkedIn etiquette. If a recruiter messages you about a role you aren't interested in, Incorrect behavior, cross, declining the email. Correct behavior, tick, accept, then decline. Why? Because when you decline immediately, LinkedIn takes the recruiter's email credit. But if you accept first, the credit remains and you don't accidentally burn a bridge you might need when your job suddenly decides to restructure. Huge applause for the thanks but no thanks crowd. Your manners are elite. What are you smoking, bruv?
Do you know what's making me really laugh, right? It's reminding me, it's like, it's giving me like save a recruiter, but you know, like if you're like an endangered species.
Yeah.
So if you go somewhere and they're like,
give us a pound.
Don't feed the, well, they're not an endangered species, but if you went to the park and it's like, X, feeding the ducks bread, cross, don't feed the ducks, protect the ducks. They might like the, it's that sort of thing. And it's like, mate, no one cares about your email credits.
No one.
And I thought he might say, well, first of all, in case you need us, but also, we're connected then, or something like that. But they don't care about your credits.
No one cares about your credit. The credit, that's your problem. Your credits are your problem. Why does that matter? And also, like,
they may not even have time to accept it.
The threat of like, you might need me one day. Like, I just find
they don't care.
Who cares?
They've got their pick of the bench.
Do you think you're the only manufacturing and supply chain headhunter out there? I don't think so, Geese. Like, I just found that post ridiculous. And what's like,
I don't think a candidate would read that and say, oh, noted.
No.
I will be accepting them from now. Thank you for the heads up and informing me of that critical piece of information.
Yeah. And when you were talking about like that information about endangered species, I thought you were going to say like, them GoFundMe pages or like those monthly direct debits where you pay like £1 for a chimpanzee. And
it's just giving me that. The duck example was terrible, but that is what I was laughing because I was like, it's sort of like, that's what it was like. It's like a save a recruiter.
Yeah.
Click accept and save a recruiter today. Yeah. That's all you have to do. One little thing. It's that sort of vibe, isn't it? Your 2-minute acceptance will save 5 recruiters. Yeah. It's that sort of thing, isn't it?
Helping prop up the recruitment economy.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. Do you know what's really funny about that is back when LinkedIn changed the rules, because before it was if they don't reply, you got your credit back.
Yeah.
But what happened then was people just spammed. And then the experience for candidates was rubbish because they'd always get the credit back.
Yeah.
So then they changed it to if it's accepted, you get the credit back.
Which I actually think is fair.
I think that's completely fair. When they did that, I remember walking around to all the divisions at Boss going, right, lads, can you just, in your templates, can you please
level it up? Can
you just, think about what you're sending, who you're targeting, but also can you just throw a line at the bottom to say, if this role isn't of interest to you, please accept so we can communicate in the future. But let me know if the role's not for you.
Yeah.
So we used to add a line in there about that. But like, this is just ridiculous. Like, and also, who are you to tell people that that's incorrect behavior? It's the red cross for me.
Can I see?
The red cross is like incorrect behavior. I was like, what are you doing?
Incorrect behavior. Correct behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that really made me chuckle, actually.
Yeah, honestly, spare a pound. I could hear the music swelling up in the background.
Yeah, that's what. Huge applause for the thanks but no thanks crowd. Your manners are elite.
Get out of here.
I don't think so. That's not elite. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that one.
It's just for me, what gets me is like, if your candidates, well, and that could wind clients up, mind. If they are sitting on LinkedIn, you've got to cater your content to them, not you.
Yeah, exactly. He
could have worded that differently to get what he wants out of it.
Yeah.
But still sort of had the same message, but it's made me chuckle. So.
It's that whole, we've talked about this loads recently, haven't we? Where people write shit for their own selves so much. Yeah. This just might have made me feel good.
Recruiters comment, oh, that's so annoying. Yeah. Fine, but
I don't know, we're recruiters, we're in the recruitment industry. I think you're a knobhead.
Some will. Yeah. Some will.
The ones that are sitting there spamming 100 messages out to.
Yeah, and rely on emails. Because some industries, like I'm with a lot of agencies, it's more blue collar. They don't use LinkedIn as much, so they're not. Nah. The free version's fine for them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. .com's enough.
Yep.
So yeah, that made me chuckle.
Oh God, that's what was going through my head as I was listening. It was really making me laugh. Right. This is a short but sweet one, but another brilliant one and old. Do you follow Zach Robinson? So he is a personal branding sort of marketing guy who I would say if I was going to give my marketing personal branding to anybody, it would be him.
Oh, that's high praise.
And you know how picky I am.
Yeah, that's high praise.
I have chatted to him before. I really, really like him. Really like him. His posts are brilliant. Really good. And he this is just one of the many good posts, but when I saw it again, it really, really made me laugh.
Yeah.
Like really made me laugh. So, and it's just a text post. So he's posted, my old housemate put 2 ecstasy pills up his bum while we were watching Kanye West at Glastonbury. Why am I telling you this? Because it's a great reminder that when you do things a little differently, you often reap the rewards sooner. Do with that what you will. Happy Friday. And then Chris Hart's commented, and there's me thinking my content was pretty good. But I just thought,
That is so good.
I love his post, and he's just, that's what he's like. He's written that.
Yeah. 100%.
And it's really funny.
Shock and awe.
Yeah, and he's taken the piss out of the whole, what did I learn from this experience? I just loved it.
Yeah,
just thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
So that's my second one.
Yeah, nice.
Short and sweet.
Love it.
But yeah, I've had that one on the back burner for a while.
Have you?
Yeah. I just really liked it. Speaks a lot for me. Doesn't it, really,
yeah. Before we go on stories, can I read one thing out? Because I had an extra one prepared, but
you can't help it. Can't save it.
I can't save it. I don't like it. Once I've got it in my OneNote, I've just got to.
Yeah, tell me.
All right. This basically, it's a screen grab of a candidate who's replied to a company who, are going to interview them. And he's reached out to ask them, am I being interviewed by AI? Because it's like an automated online thing. And they've come back and said, yeah, 100%. This is our AI. This is how it works. Da, da, da. So he's replied.
Is this email?
Yeah, email.
Okay.
And someone posted this on LinkedIn, but the email is the screenshot, which we'll put up. Hi, X. Thank you for the clarification. Since Company X uses an AI to interview candidates on behalf of human recruiters, I'd like to exercise the same logic in reverse. I'll be sending my own AI to represent me in the interview. If an AI can fairly assess my skills and communicate on your behalf, there's no reason a capable AI can't represent me on mine. The outcome should be equivalent under your own framework. Please let me know if your system has any issues interfacing with another AI. I'd hate for there to be a compatibility problem. I
love that.
I love it. I think people should stand up to it.
But he's right.
Yeah.
He's fucking right. Why should people lose out on a human experience in an interview? Because, yeah, all right, it saves you money and time, blah, 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 bullshit.
Yeah.
But the candidate experience is very important, and people want a human that they're talking to. They don't want an AI bot. As much as it might look like a human, because I've seen some of them, it does. They don't want it. So why shouldn't he send an AI bot?
And from what I saw in the post, I only screenshotted the email. I should go find the post. But from what I saw in the post, it wasn't like blue collar. It wasn't like a shift.
Well, they wouldn't do that for blue collar anyway.
There's a lot of the AI interviewing are for like mass hiring. So, you know, when they got like fill a warehouse with operatives and they need like 1,000 operatives.
Oh, if they're not using an agency.
Yeah. Or sometimes even like an agency sometimes will use this technology to get through 1,000 applications to fill 1,000 shifts or something like that. Like where it's basically a case of, do you have a right to work?
It's like a basic check. Visa stuff.
Whereas this guy, from what I remember about the post that I saw this morning, it was, it's got like a white collar job. It's like a proper job. Like he's not like a warehouse operatives with proper jobs, but it's a skilled labour job.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, surely I'm so glad. When I read that, I was like,
I love that.
You've got to hit him back. Because
as well, he could have just played along with it and thought, I really need this job. But why? Why should anyone put up with that? I remember, and I can't remember how many years ago it was now, but I remember one of the big pharma companies we recruited for started doing pre-recorded, so it wasn't an AI bot. It was like the question would come up on the screen and then it would record their answer and and it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
It used to not work properly. Yeah. Even if it did, some people are neurodivergent and it doesn't work for them, or just like it's not very comfortable not having a back and forth conversation with somebody. Yeah. Also, I just don't think it's worth. I'm not pro it at all.
At volume levels, at certain scenarios, I agree with it, but what does it say about the value you're putting into the recruitment process and this hire and their role within your business if you want to fob it off to AI? I just don't get it.
You might be able to watch the recording back.
Yeah.
But I think you can't then, I love interviewing people, right?
Yeah.
When you're sitting there and it's not prepared, but you're like, oh, I'm going to ask them about that or that. You haven't got that luxury and you can't get the same feel for them, I don't think.
Nah, I don't.
I hope that's real.
Yeah. Real. I think that was real.
I love the fact that he's done that.
And standing up for their principle.
I wonder what they said.
It's a good question. I'm going to look for that original post.
Because I'd like to know if they said, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
AI interviewing AI. We all just have our own bots that follow us around now.
I bet they didn't though.
And represent, no, 100%.
I don't think they would have.
Nah.
Okay, so big up to one of our amazing sponsors, Pay Guardians. For me, when you choose a service provider in this industry, it's not just about their products, the tech, the service they provide, whatever it is. It's also about the people. And Pay Guardian, both our sponsors actually, but Pay Guardians is one of those businesses where they have great people working within them and leading the business as well. So if you are looking for great service around your payroll solutions, so this is for all you temp agencies out there in particular, I strongly advise you to contact Pay Guardians. I've got clients that have gone over to them from other companies and they've raved about the service. So I'm not just saying this, I've heard the feedback and I know both Bev and Paris really, really well. So I would say go and check them out.
Story time.
Yeah.
Yeah, am I first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, cool. I forgot about this story and then the only reason why I remembered it was because I saw this chap's face on LinkedIn the other day because he just stumbled off on my feed. So I was managing a desk. I hired 3 or 4 recruiters, actually. They weren't rookies. They were experienced. Yeah. Good couple of years, 2 to 4 years experience. This guy now has actually removed the fact that he actually works for us off of his LinkedIn profile. He wasn't there for very long. But let me describe him to you. Do you remember your man, Kuram?
Kuram, yeah.
Kuram, a bit of a recruiter, top biller vibes, walking around, yeah. This fella, this was maybe this would have been 6 years ago, probably, when I hired this guy. He was quarter zip, comb back hair, he just never took his AirPods off. He just always had his AirPods in his ears.
Was he sort of finance bro, but recruitment version?
Recruitment version. And he did finance recruitment beforehand. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's just bowling about the office.
Did he wear a gilet?
Yes.
I know it.
He's constantly got his AirPods in. Honestly, he's talking to you in a meeting. He's got his AirPods in. I'm like, mate, what's happening? He's cool, mate, come in. It's just like that. It's ridiculous.
It's like those people. Remember the Bluetooth little mic thing? Yeah, and they'd wear them all the time.
Mate, his AirPods never came out. His battery life on them must have been unreal because they were always in his ear.
I reckon he had a backup pair.
Really early on in his time there, it might have even been the first Friday. Yeah. We used to all go down to this pub, which was wicked.
Surprise.
It was wicked. It was on the corner, loads of benches outside. We'd get there early, so we'd get those outside tables. We're all having a drink, summer day, backing shots. Everyone's having a good time. I look over and this fella, he's got his willy out and he's
escalated quickly.
And he's helicopter just in front of everyone. And this was
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight. It's 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday in a pub in South East.
And he's just doing the helicopter.
Just helicoptering, yeah. I'm like, what is going on? And then he put it away. And then it was well, that was a bit much, wasn't it? And so afterwards, people coming up to me going, What's the new fella on your team?
Was he doing it to anyone in particular, or he just did it on his own?
No, he wasn't just stood on his own doing it. He wasn't just stood on his own. I think they were all having a laugh and a joke about something. Then next week he's going, hey, or someone's dared him or something. I don't know, but regardless of the scenario, you don't just get your woody out in public and start helicoptering it around.
How long did he do it for?
Long enough, mate. Long enough. And
how many circles did he complete?
I don't know. I was in shock and horror. I was like, Keys works for my team. I'm like, this is so long, man. I'm going to have to deal with all I was
just thinking you're going to have to deal with that now.
Anyway, everyone carried on. Everyone went out, and I sort of said to him, I think I said to him afterwards, or the following week, I said, what happened there then, mate? He was just, mate, he just got carried away, And was like, all right, wicked, thanks, mate.
So there was literally no reason.
Literally no reason whatsoever. But he was like, and all the while, he's got his AirPods in his ears while he's doing it as well. He's got his AirPods on in the pub as well. I've got this picture. I remember looking up. There he is.
How can you get a picture for us so we can bring it up?
I was going to show you. I was going to show you his profile, but we can't put it on the show because he's still in recruitment.
Is he wearing the earpods
in his LinkedIn photo? No. But as soon as you see him, like you'll see what I mean. That was him.
Do you know what I was picturing to look slightly different to that though?
Oh, were you?
Yeah, longer hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was. The real slick back. The earpods thing has really cracked me out.
AirPods thing's very constant.
So even when he got his willy out, he kept them in.
Mate, drinking a pint, AirPods in. In a one-to-one, AirPods in. Having his lunch, AirPods in. Walking around, AirPods in. Helicopter.
AirPods in.
AirPods in. Mate, honestly,
At least he's consistent.
I've really, after his
I wonder what he's doing right now.
After his very short stint, he's got his AirPods in 100%, isn't he? After his very short stint with us, he did end up going elsewhere and he had a nice 4-year stint, which looks like it's worked out.
He was ahead of his time, that guy.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because AirPods didn't really kick off until what? Last year?
Yeah.
He was way ahead of his time, that guy. A maverick. I would say.
So yeah, I think that's one of I just remember as his manager, just thinking, fucking hell, mate.
I've got to deal with that now.
So long to deal with. Like we used to always have, not always have problems. Stuff used to happen on a Friday night, right? There was always something happening. Like it was like an agency of like 35, 40 people, all young. We were all younger.
Yeah, you're always going to have something.
And pretty much our entire office were youngsters that had moved to London, who all lived in Clapham, Brixton, and our office was near there. So it was one of them, mate, it was such a good fun office to be in. But that one there, I can't believe I forgot that. I saw his little face on LinkedIn the other day. And I
thought you were going to say something else then.
I've got to tell that story.
Oh, God.
Is it called helicopter? That's what they call it, isn't it? When people get there. Yeah.
I remember when I was in uni, there was this website you could go on. I can't remember what it was called now.
And basically.
What?
Steady on.
No, it was a website you could type in and it would bring up just a video of somebody helicoptering, whatever you call it. Yeah. So all the boys used to do it each other as a trick, and it would have a timer for how long it had been on. Yeah. So they'd in student halls, say if somebody left their door open, they'd scuttle in, do it, and then they'd go and be like, fucking hell, who's done this to my laptop? But I can't remember what it was called now. If anyone remembers, let me know. Yeah. It was really, everyone did it to each other in uni, or if you're in the library. Yeah. Because you get in trouble for it, and it was just like a running joke, basically.
El Classico.
I can't remember what it was called. I'll have to Google it. Stories we're on now. I was bringing up posts. I've done my posts. Okay, so this is a story that got told to me by a guy called James Rowe have you heard of the Recruitment Experts? Or TRE?
No.
I think I had him on my show actually at one point. So basically, he is the director of the business, but it's one of those businesses where people come in and they're technically self-employed. Okay, yeah. So they give them all the back office support. They pay for it all. They help them start, blah, blah, blah. And they mainly have people that work in sort of like, estate agency recruitment or property, that sort of thing. Anyway, so, he told me this amazing story and I was like, can I bring it to KOSI? And he was like, yes, you can. So basically, so even though they're all self-employed, they also still see him as like a manager. So they create like a team feel. They have like team meetings, getaways, stuff like that. So people get the best of both worlds, basically. So anyway, it's like 9:00 at night one night and he's getting messages off one of I'll call him a recruiter, but technically he's a business owner, but you know what I mean. They're all solos, basically. And he's like, mate, it's 9:00 at night. He's like, oh, can you give me a call? And he's like, no. He's just ignoring him. Do you know what I mean? He's like, it's 9:00 at night. I'm watching TV, maybe Downton Abbey. Who knows? And this guy just keeps messaging him and then he's calling him and he's like, for fuck's sake. Like, mate, it's late. Like, leave me alone. He's like, mate, I'll speak to you in the morning. Like, I'll ring you first thing, I promise. And he just keeps contacting him. And in the end, he's bothering so much and he's like begging him to ring him. He's like, I'm just going to give him a ring. So he rings back. so he can basically enjoy his evening in peace. And the guy is in a right panic on the phone. Like, as soon as he answers, he's concerned and he feels bad. Then he's like, oh shit, I probably should have rang this guy sooner.
Yeah.
Proper in a panic, freaking out. So James is like, mate, are you okay? Like, calm down. Like, what's happened? And all these things are running through his mind of like, what could have gone wrong? So the consultant's like, right, I'm going to level with you. I've taken a shitload of and I've accidentally butt dialed one of my clients and accidentally left a 57-minute voicemail of me just pretty much off my tits. 57 minutes.
57 minutes. And what was he up to in that?
Exactly.
Minutes?
And you probably he can't comprehend. So, and also, imagine realizing that when you're on mushrooms.
Oh, yeah. That's not good.
It's not okay if you're sober and you accidentally do it. Yeah. Right. So James at this point doesn't want to panic him, but it is one of their top performing clients.
Yeah.
So it's not like a little, they've done a little bit of business. No, it is a big boy, right? So it's like the have that sort of situation, right? And it was to the director.
Oh.
So it's not one of the, not that it makes any difference, but he knows it's a problem.
Yeah.
But he also knows this guy's in no fit state to sort it out. Also, it's late at night. What can you do at that time of night? So James was like, right, don't worry, calm down, go and enjoy the rest of your trip. I will go and deal. Yeah. I'm quite impressed he's even managed to like function to ring him.
Yeah, yeah.
So in the morning, James had to get in touch with this person and just say, look, giving you the heads up, you've probably received a very, very long voicemail. Don't listen to it. Like, don't bother listening to it. Delete. Because you don't have to listen to it, do you?
No, you don't.
I do all the time. I just skip and press 3 and it deletes all the time. So the day was saved, but can you imagine being that guy?
Even the next morning, like...
Oh, I emigrate to Australia. I'd quit my job, close my business, move. I could not. That would eat me alive for weeks.
Did they listen to
Months.
it? Did they listen? Did they not? I'd also have the double embarrassment of the fact that I had to call... thing to help save the day.
But at least he didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah,
imagine if he was if that was me or you, who could do it for us?
Yeah, no one.
Maybe we help your brother out, wouldn't we?
Yeah, be like,
if we do it. But you'd have to just suck it up and deal with it. He didn't have to. James luckily was like, right, I will sort this. But I mean, to any client, not okay, but one of your top clients and the director, it's making me feel a little bit sick.
57 minutes as well. It's just the length
I feel
of time.
it's giving me anxiety.
That's a long time for them to listen to what you're up to, tripping off your nut. That's a long time for them to be listening to what you're up to.
It's making my skin crawl. I need to, can you tell another story now? Because I need to stop thinking about it. But honestly, when he told me, I was like, oh God, that is nightmarish.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Ugh, it doesn't
I
know.
It's the worst.
Well, my second story is it's just something that's happened on my travels. I mean, you might even know about it already, but I'll bring it to KOSI. But
okay.
We, this week, earlier on this week, when was it? Tuesday. Hottest day of the year, I think it was on Tuesday or Monday, one of the two.
It was
Tuesday. Tuesday was hottest day of the year. Yeah.
I think.
Hottest day of the year. I've gone all day audit down in Portsmouth with a lovely small boutique executive search recruitment business. I'm thinking down by the coast, be nice. I woke
sea
up.
breeze.
Sea breeze. Now you're talking. So I jump in the car really early again, because I just like waking up early and getting to places. So I've hopped in the car, down the A3, find a Costa. It's always a Costa because they're open at like 7 a.m. Plot up, do some work, message the founder to say, I'm local, so let's grab a coffee if you want beforehand. He's like, yeah, no problem. I'll see you there in like 15 minutes. He must live local. He comes and meets me in the Costa about 7:30. He gets a phone call from one of his directors who I'm meeting later that day as part of the audit. And he goes, and they're talking about fans, like buying fans. And I was like, surely I haven't booked an audit on the hottest day of the year with the only fucking recruitment agency on the planet that doesn't have air conditioning in their office.
None of my clients do.
What, have air conditioning?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
No, the one office I was in Wednesday didn't, and we'd keep the blinds closed. Like it was really, really, really hot.
Oh wow!
Or maybe one of them might, but I haven't been there since it's been hot. But I don't think one might, but a lot of them
I'm very privileged with my client base.
Yeah, but you go into London a lot and stuff, don't you?
Mine is a lot more city-based stuff. But honestly, I walked in and they were unboxing fans, I looked around the office, everyone's
Were you concerned?
Mate, I'm sweaty and a hot geezer. Like, I get hot and sweaty. I don't like it. Plus, it's an audit. I bring energy to the audit. Like, I've got to get people excited about process mapping.
This on the whiteboard.
Yeah. And anyway, so we walk into the sales floor and I was like, oh, this is all right. It's big. There's loads of windows are open and we are literally on like a bay, right? So there is actually quite a nice, the view was amazing. The breeze is lovely. And then they were like, meeting rooms over here. So I go to this meeting room. It's like quite small, one window.
Box room.
No view of the sea.
Oh,
nothing. But there is one of those like giant metal ground fans, right? So I've had that.
But they just circulate the warm air in the room.
That's all it was, right? Pushing hot air around. And I spent the whole day at that whiteboard with that agency. It got to 4:00 and I just looked at, because the founder had left because he had to go do something else. And I was finishing up with the consultants and the ops manager. And I looked at the ops manager at 4:00 and I went, I am.
When you are that hot and you're working that hard.
Yeah.
It makes you really tired.
Yeah, that's the worst.
That's the worst bit because you're not on your A game. Because the Wednesday I was in that office at aircon, I was doing fractional, so BD calls.
Yeah.
And it got to, I do 8 till 4 there. And at 2-3 o'clock, I stupidly went out for a walk at lunch. So I was boiling, but I had to get out of there. And I was really struggling, and normally I'm on it, but I was just wiped.
Yeah. Honestly, I genuinely thought more people had air conditioning. I mean, saying that, we don't have air conditioning in here, do we?
No, we don't need it in the UK.
Nah, you don't really.
Well,
no, you don't.
No, you don't
really, actually. That's such a good point.
If you think about it, we haven't had heat like this in a while. So there's probably a lot of send your heat-based stories in, because I bet you there's a lot of situations where people have been really. But that's not what you need for an audit.
Nah, honestly, I turned up and I was like, and I knew it was going to be a hot day as well because it was hot when I left my house. Like, it was like 5:30, 6 o'clock. I've got in my car and I'm like walking to my car and my driver and I'm like, nah, this feels warm already. And then you had the aircon on for the whole time. Costa aircon was like Baltic, And then
it's always cold in the coffee shop.
Walked into that office and honestly, it hit me. And then I was like, oh no, I can deal with this. And then it was when I saw the meeting room and where the whiteboard was, I thought, oh no.
It makes me feel sick.
I've got 6 hours of this. And you're talking, mopping my head. I could feel my t-shirt starting to stick on me.
Oh, no.
And then you're not on your A game, like you say. You're just not. Because I'm more concerned about the fact that my t-shirt is stuck. I've got like underboob sweat going on, and not what's the critical step in this BD process. Like, you just lost it. You're just completely head on.
Underboob sweat is not the one.
No. Anyway, so not just a quick short one about heat.
Heat, fans.
Sweating.
It's taken over the week.
Yeah.
Well, I have got another tale from the 90s for you
let's go.
This month. Because we had one last month, didn't we? I'm going to try and drip feed these out because I've got a few of them. The Wild West of recruitment. So,
the Wild West. I love that that's a thing now, a genre.
I know, but that's what it sort of conjures up in my mind.
Yeah.
So, the person that shared this story at the time was a manager, and they needed to hire for their team. So this guy applies and they ask him to come in, and he turns up slightly late, which for me is I've already got a black mark. You know, we were talking, the guy earlier was like, inappropriate behaviour.
Yeah.
That for me is a big cross. Yeah. I'm terrible. I write people, if they're a minute late, I'm like, it's a no from me. I just can't help it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So, but yeah, fine. But also they notice he's very sweaty and he has a rip in the knee of his suit. So they were like, bit weird, but okay. And the guy apologised and he was like, look, I'm so sorry I'm late. Went to catch the bus, saw it leaving, started running, fell over, ripped my trousers, but I just needed to get here, sort of thing. So they were like, well, that sounds pretty plausible, so...
Resilient.
Yeah, whatever. What did you learn from it?
Yeah.
You know? So they gave him a chance, and actually, he interviewed really, really well. Like, this guy was like, I'm actually really impressed. So they put him through to the second round. The second round was with the director, who also was like, yeah, love him. Let's hire him. So he actually he starts and he turns out to be a really good recruiter, but they recognise quite quickly. So this is agencies in Bristol. This guy's from Manchester. And they recognise, relatively quickly that he's a bit of a wide boy. This is this guy's words. Loads of shady stories start coming out.
Right.
So he's drip feeding all these little stories about his life, but you know what he's like. He's a good biller. So we'll turn a blind eye to that stuff because he's bringing in money. So they gathered from these stories that actually recruitment was probably more of a hobby for him. And his main job was cultivating greenery in his spare room. So growing whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Again, we'll let that slide. He's a good biller. We'll let it go. This is the 90s. This would still probably happen now, let's be honest.
Yeah,
this isn't a 90s thing. He's a top biller. We'll let it slide. He's a good guy. Heart of gold. We'll let it go.
Yeah.
Eventually, he let out, so he gets really comfortable and he eventually lets out what really happened before his interview that fateful day.
Oh.
So this guy's, not the manager's words, this is this guy, the Mank guy's
With the
words.
rip in the trousers.
So he's like, I bumped into one of my enemies. So they're thinking, who has enemies?
Enemies? Who says that out loud like that?
It's a kids say that, don't they? Who says that out loud as a grown man, adult, right? So he's like, I bumped into one of my enemies. And basically the story is they basically ended up having a fight in the street outside the building. This is outside the office prior to him coming into his interview. So when he walked into that interview disheveled, he just finished fighting. That had just finished. So, again, they didn't they just let that slide because again, he's doing well. Figures are good. KPIs are hit.
Oh.
So anyway, he ends up working for them for quite a few years, but he did eventually get a disciplinary, warning, which this guy had to give him. And he objected to it, obviously. So this manager is like, right, I think you should go home and think about whether you want to continue working for us or not. Because he reacted quite badly to the disciplinary. He didn't take it on the chin, basically. Because that's what you should do, isn't it?
Take it.
Well, it depends what you've done, but I'm guessing with him, it was probably quite bad what he'd done. So instead, he decided it would be a really good idea to go to the pub, get smashed, and then he tried to ride his motorbike home, crashed said motorbike, smashed his leg to pieces, and he was spent several months in hospital. And then the day he came out, the director told this guy, I want you to make him redundant. And he was like, are you fucking joking? He's just come out of hospital. But he had to do it anyway. Again, 90s. I don't know if that would happen now. But yeah, that was the story of this this guy. Imagine those sorts of people, they're quite volatile. They're on the edge of doing something crazy.
Yeah. I mean, having a scuff a minute before your interview or outside your interview. And
just strolling in.
And nailing it and getting the gig.
Nailing it.
So good.
Nailing the interview.
That's so good.
I mean.
Finger on your feet.
Sweaty still from the fight. I wonder if he won. He must have won the fight.
Or he ran away. Yeah, one of the two.
But having the audacity, the balls to just stroll in for an interview and it not have thrown you off and you smash that interview and you get the job, I think.
Some people's lives are just chaotic like that,
I bet that's a normal day in the life.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a guy I know through some of my first recruitment group that they grew up with this fella. And honest to God, every time I see him, his life is mental. The other day, he's had a row in a petrol garage with someone and nothing more than that. And then he's tried to board a train, Eurotunnel or something like that. And they've nicked him. And he's like, I didn't do anything. He's like, well, yeah, you squared up. And that's just like casual. Everywhere he goes, there's something like that.
It's basically Katie Price.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
The mad stuff that happens to her.
Stuff, yeah. You can't write it. You genuinely can't.
You genuinely
can't write
it. But yeah, you can imagine the stories he was telling in the office.
Oh, I could just.
I bet they were. That's probably partly why he stayed, because they just found him so entertaining.
This is what I mean. I think we should write a sitcom, man. Because you've got people like, Ganja Farmer, yeah? We've got Crazy Kuram. Yeah. Crazy Kuram types. Do you remember the guy that used to work for me, they're like Jackie Chan's daughter?
Yes. Yeah. I was just thinking of that.
Then you got Bob, the fake Neil Bob.
Bob's got to be in it. HJ.
Then you got stilettos and handbags disappeared. Ford
she wouldn't turn up for the sitcom.
She wouldn't make it in season 2. I think she'd be there for season 1.
Yeah. There should be like The Office, but a recruitment office.
Honestly,
it would be absolutely hilarious.
So up for writing.
Netflix, if you're watching, we're up for it.
Yeah, we're up for it. Yeah, executive producers.
We'll sell you the rights to our stories.
Yeah. Oh,
love it.
So good. That episode absolutely flew by.
Well,
Are we on time? Or
well, no, we've still got... I wanted to... Well, you reminded me of something. You know, when you talk about trains?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, what I'm trying to say... I'm really getting confused with my days of the week. It's been a bank holiday. So, I was in Birmingham all weekend. Obviously, Monday was also Monday was 30-odd degrees.
It was hot, yeah.
And I was fragile. Me and my friend were quite fragile.
Yeah.
We'd been on it for 12 hours the day before, dancing solidly. I think I did over 40,000. I did well over 40,000 steps. Well over. So we've got to get this train. So we wake up in the morning. I get a notification from Trainline, your train's cancelled. Great.
Nice one.
So we turn up to the station. And initially, I was actually glad of it because they were like, oh, you can get on an earlier train if you want. And I was like, yes, let's just get home. Because it's boiling, don't want to be stuck on a train, let's just get home. So initially I was buzzing, and also we could go straight to Cardiff, whereas before we had to change in Cheltenham. So I was like, I'm not bothered, get me on that earlier train. So we get on the earlier train, and then we're pulling up to Cheltenham, because it's still one of the stops, and the train stops. Now, this is not a nice train.
Right.
This is an older... sort of train. There's no I think there probably was aircon, but you couldn't feel it.
Right.
No trolley going around with food or drinks. And because we were in a rush, we didn't have time to do the M&S shop before. So I've got no snacks, no drinks, other than a little bit of Lucozade. And I didn't eat much the day before.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, and then they make an announcement. Unfortunately, there's a vulnerable person at Cheltenham Station. The police are there. We cannot move. We were there for about 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So we eventually moved. We've then missed our connection at Cardiff. But it's fine, because I'm like, we'll get home. It's fine. So we're late. Then we finally get going again. Then the announcement comes on. Unfortunately, we're no longer going to be able to go to Cardiff. We're going to stop in Newport. So I'm like, for fuck's sake. Fine, we'll get a connecting train in Newport. Then we get closer to Newport. We stop again. And everyone's just like, this is taking the piss. By the way, the whole train journey, there's kids screaming and crying behind us.
Yeah.
There's a guy in front of us that's had a constant phone call the home way on loudspeaker.
Oh, no, not on loudspeaker.
Loudspeaker.
No way. Oh, you'd have... Oh, man, you'd have to fight him.
It was like, he'd get off the phone, he'd ring someone else. It was video calls a lot of the time as well, loud. So I was just like, kill me now. Then they stop. Unfortunately, there's an overhanging branch on the track, so we can't move. So we were there for another 45 minutes, to the point where the train driver came round and gave us free water, because no one had anything.
Yeah.
And at this point, you know when you've just got to laugh? I was like, this is a joke.
Overhanging branch. And
then I was like, what are they going to find to feather on the track next today? Because I was like, just drive through it. You're a train. You're a high-speed train. Just drive through the branch.
You weigh 100 tons or whatever it is.
Just
ridiculous.
drive through it. So in the end, luckily my friend's partner picked us up from Newport.
Yeah.
Because then we would have had to, we checked and there wasn't a train for ages. And when I say Newport Station was hot, when we got off, somebody had collapsed. It was unbearable. Oh. And you know when when you're dehydrated, we'd had a heavy one.
Hanging in. It's not the one.
I could not wait to get in her partner's air-conditioned car. So that journey was not what I needed on Monday.
No, that is horrible. When you're hungover, the last thing you want to do is deal with that kind of stuff.
Normally I drive to these things because it was city centre, did I say Bristol? Birmingham.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no point. And we got a really cheap train because we booked it so early. So I was like, but every time I get the train to these things, I'm like, never again.
Nah.
Because always there's fuck ups.
100%.
Always.
I always drive to things like that and stay if I'm staying over. I'm driving to the team conference because
well, that's better out of the way though, isn't it?
I'll wait. Yeah, it's not really near a train station. But yeah, I just like the idea of being able to get up, bottle of water, go find a shop, bottle or a Macca's.
Have peace and quiet.
Yeah. And then I know, and also I just know when I get out of the car, I'm on my driveway. Anyway. Yeah, travels like that.
Yeah,
that's
it was
not
like,
what needed.
when I finally got home, I was like, you know when you're like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wouldn't have minded if it was a nice, comfy Great Western Railway train. Yeah. With trolley service.
Yeah.
Nice and
loads
cool.
Of snacks,
but unfortunately, it was a shitty cross-country train that had seen better days.
Yeah, not for me.
But
big shout out to another sponsor of KOSI, Shazamme. Shazamme have recently launched ShoutLab, and in Nicole's own words, a CRM without automation is just a database. If you haven't already had a chance to check out Shazamme recently, ShoutLab is an automation platform that they've built, which can automate your workflows from BD, marketing, as well as data. So go check it out. What you got on this weekend?
I'm actually relaxing this weekend because I've got another rave next weekend. It's peak rave season.
Just love it. You love
it. But then I'm having 2 months off.
Off the booze?
Off Raven.
Off Raven, yeah.
Whole of July, whole of August, because September I've got tickets for something, and then October I'm doing closing parties in Ibiza.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be sensible and chill.
Nice.
Rest. What are you doing?
Working, chilling like a villain. Yeah, just working because we are coming up to World Cup. So
dear.
I like my football. Keep your eye hat.
You're going to be...
I've planned my entire work schedule around the fixtures. Entire work schedule.
How you treat your football is how I treat my music, my rave thing.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
My whole calendar is like built around that. But you're going to be very tired. You're going to be fucking shattered.
I'm going to be fucking shattered. Basically, we've got a Tuesday night game. So, a Tuesday night game, a Wednesday night game, Tuesday night, then the Wednesday, then the following Saturday after the Wednesday. The Saturday one is like a 10 p.m. kickoff in a few weeks' time. Yeah, 10 p.m. kickoff. Saturday. So me and the QPR lads and some of my best mate Simon, we're all getting together for like an all-dayer.
And then you go into the game?
Well, no, we're just having an all-dayer at the place that we're watching the game. So we're getting to the pub and watching the game. I'm not, no. I'm going to watch the highlights the next day.
Why is it so late?
It's in America.
Oh, fair play.
Time difference. But, so I'm just trying to take it a little bit easy. I've got conference next week. That's going to be a busy one.
That's going to be heavy.
Then it's World Cup. Then it's TRM retreat. So I've got lots of like fun to be had.
We both need a restful weekend.
Yes.
Like sleep.
Yeah.
Relaxing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the gym, eat well.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to go for a 5K this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to do 6. I'm going to get the decks out, have a little practice, and I'm going to keep it chill.
Nice.
Before the carnage of next weekend.
Yeah.
And then I literally don't speak to me for 2 months. Not you. I mean, like, friends. Not, you're my friend. You know what I mean? Home friends. Freaking digging it there, wouldn't I?
Cool.
That went really fast.
Went really fast. We smashed that in 55 minutes. I can't believe that.
I know. We did well.
55 minutes without even thinking about it.
Usually Tomo's like, fucking hell.
Yeah, turn it off. I mean, to be fair, it's quite handy because I've got shit ton to do. So we can crack on. But
can we high five to being efficient?
Yeah, efficient.
Woo!
And remember
folks, LinkedIn is not real life. And can we just finish with the... Wrong?
No.